I passed on the original Legacy Leo Prime. I think it looked decent enough in robot mode, but there was a few things I wasn't keen on. Those big lion arms behind the robot ones, and that lion head, I mean, woof. Look at the box art, and then look at this poor haunted boy. Instant turn off, like you getting into the secret TF Nation hot tub. So how do Hasbro get me eventually? Well, they release a Nemesis variant that appeals to the edgelord in me, of course. Slap some black and teal on the boy, and we're good to go. In all fairness, this is a pretty great toy, no matter how it's painted. If you can forgive some kibble and some parts hanging off him, Nemesis Leo Prime is one of the most fun toys in the line so far. First up, we've got that really crisp sculpt work, a really nice mix of organic detail and sharp, clean lines. The head's fantastic, you'll get a really good Nova Prime out of that, I think. There's a really satisfying mix of textures, with those furry thighs offering up a pleasantly rough finish. He's got a lot of articulation too, but with all that crud on his shoulders, you're going to have to be creative if you want to get him dabbing. We also have this little microwave door on his chest. Open that up to reveal Nemesis Leo Prime's power nipple. Nemesis Leo comes with quite a few bits, which kind of made me sigh when I first saw them. They're so small and fiddly, but they do give you some options. First up, we've got these two little handguns. You can hold one in each hand, or combine them to create a slightly bigger gun. And that's not the Evo Fusion gimmick, by the way. Stay tuned for that. There are two club-like lasers that you can attach to Leo's forearm hair. Flip it over and there's some ports for some extra firepower. You can also store them in his backpack, leaving space for a Capri Sun and an apple. There are two other blasters you can attach to these flipped out sections on the lion head shoulder armour, and I do like that, but once they're in, there's no real need to take them out again. They could have been just attached permanently, I suppose, and even that isn't the Evo Fusion gimmick, by the way. I probably should talk about the lion head. Since it's what put me off the first incarnation. Now you're probably looking at this and thinking, well wow, they fixed it, that's suitably ferocious, and I am inclined to agree with you for once, but the second you tilt beneath the head, he becomes the cowardly lion, and you can open up the mouth for some slack-jawed, dull surprise. Now let's be clear, I love this. To my mind, Nemesis should be the antithesis of what Leo Prime stands for, the scar to his Mufasa, if you will, and the ability to change moods like this really nails it for me, intentional or not. Finally, we can look at the Evo Fusion technique, and this time, there's no fusion involved. We're flipping these X-23 style double claws out and folding the lion legs forwards for this very odd, but also pretty cool battle mode. It reminds me of Goro, Prince of the Shokan, and when has that ever been a bad thing? The transformation is deceptively simple. There's some aspects that took me a while to figure out though. So we can open up the panel on the chest, sure, but then the chest opens up again to reveal a recess for the head to slip into. Now surely we just close things up, but not the case. We're opening up the chest again and then spinning things around to reveal some lion belly. Love it. The arms took a bit of work to get into the right place, figuring out how they fit underneath the lion's head, but once it's all there, everything else tabs in really neatly and it's surprisingly snug. You fold out the little tail here, spin the legs around a few times, and there we have this big, daft lion. The same gimmicks apply as before. You can open up the mane and reveal the blasters, the mouth opens, and he's pretty posable too. It's a mode that's just as fun as the robot mode, for the most part. I mean, I'm not going to display him in the lion mode, am I? I'm not a maniac. I'm also not lying when I say with pride, you need to Serengeti this toy.
Oh, you think you're funny? Is this what's going to bring in new subscribers?
Well, I mean, so far he's so good. Bye.